Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought today we would have a look at how squadron vehicles work, because there's a few people asking me how to get them, especially with the release of the Bishma and also many others. So squadron vehicles are specific vehicles in the game, which are labeled in green. So basically you can see them like the Firecrest here, or even vehicles like the Liverpool. They're on the right hand side with the event vehicles and the premium vehicles, and the way that you grind them out is being in a squadron and then also being able to get a certain amount of RP every so often. The basic mechanics of Squadron RP are pretty simple. You just have to be in an active squadron, and you just have to play the game. How do you maximize this, though, which is what people are looking for? So, the Squadron Activity RP thing resets every 3 days. Maximum, you can get 20k Squadron RP to a Squadron vehicle every 3 days. And the way that you get that is by you getting 100% of your activity, and your squadron also getting a decent amount of activity above the threshold, depending on how it goes. As long as your activity is higher than your squadron's activity, then you will get the maximum amount that's available to you when it comes to the amount you can get from that squadron. But what you want is to make sure that you have a high percentage squadron activity as well, so therefore you can get the total amount. So this is the numbers and how it breaks down. Basically, every 200 RP that you grind as an individual, you get an activity point. Now, you can get, per 3 days, 360 of these activity points. So in order for you to get 100% on your activity, you need 72,000 research in the game in that 3-day period. If you get that, and your squadron members, depending on how many of them are there, if they also hit that 20k mark, and by the way, if you have 128 members in your squadron and 128 of them all hit that active mark, they can overall get 46,080 points between them. So technically, you very much only need about half of that as long as they're active. So about like 60 to 70 people having that activity. If that happens and you also get your side of things, you will get 20,000 points. That's basically how it works. So you need a decently active squadron, and you yourself also need to be decently active to get that 20k. And you just have to make sure that your activity is the same or higher than the squadron activity, and you will be closer to, of course, the 20k. Now, technically, the way that it works is you should be able to get more than the 20k, because if everybody is active, including yourself, you could get up to 46,000 points. But the problem is it's capped at 20,000. So no matter what you do, you can't get above that 20,000 every 3 days. So the main thing is get into a squadron which is at least semi-decently active. You yourself grind out the 72,000 RP every 3 days. If the vast majority of your squadron does it as well, then you'll get 20k in order to put towards whatever squadron vehicle you want to be able to get, including the new ones in the game. And the game will ask you every 3 days what you want to put the 20k into, and if you put don't show again, it will just automatically add it to the vehicles themselves. Recommendations for squadron vehicles: the naval ones are really good. They're fantastic, and also you can get the prizes and sell them on the market, even if you don't like naval. As always, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Brendan Quinn, Vilneus, Character Fuel, Juan the Panda, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, Bareen, Peter Grayling, Alan Hacker, Sem Alslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R., and also Lafouche for supporting the channel.